Hello one and hello, and today we're doing the opposite of the last video. We're talking about my least favorite or worst presidents. You know, now got the same setup as last time with like the apple juice or whatever, but let's go over a couple rules. One, it's just my opinion. Yeah, my favorite rule. It's an opinion. I don't know, woman Dodgers there, just me anyways. Anyway, this is my opinion. Feel free to disagree. And number two, I will not be including Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Last time I mentioned not including Biden because the term isn't up. And this time I'm not including Trump either because he could get reelected. It's a good thing I didn't include Trump on last list either because that would have been contradictory, wouldn't it? But fortunately, we're good. So, let's go. I'm not including those two. Jimmy Carter is in consideration even though he can be reelected because something tells me he's not going to go for it. So, yeah. Let's go. For number 10, we have William Henry Harrison. Yeah, remember the dude I made a joke about in the last video? Yeah, he's actually number 10. So basically, he did nothing. Moving on. I already went over all the stuff that I did in the last video. Heard a truck, couldn't tell if it was my dad's or not. Might be, I don't know. Anyway, William Henry Harrison. He got sick, died, that's all he did. Number 9, John Quincy Adams. This guy probably shouldn't have even been president, let's admit it. He lost the popular vote, lost the electoral vote, and then became the president. What? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and it wasn't even that great when he was president, so yeah. For those who don't know how he lost all the votes but still won, it's because he made a deal with this dude named Henry Clay, who then ran for president like 15 more times, and lost every time. And that deal was like, hey, if you can just say I'm president, I'll let you be in my administration, said John Quincy Adams, and Henry Clay's like, sure. And bada bing, bada boom, got hair on me. That's how that went. Number 8, George H.W. Bush, who a kind of recent one, more recent than all the ones I mentioned in the last video. So this man had one goal: no new taxes. Read my lips, all that nonsense. And then he promptly raised taxes and caused an economic recession. Good job. Yeah. Number 7, Andrew Jackson. Oh boy, yeah. Fun fact, Andrew Jackson is, his name inspired my, I always want to say hometown, but it's the city of Jacksonville, which is huge. It's not really a town, is it? My home city of Jacksonville, Florida, yeah. So that's fun. Other than that, do you know about the Trail of Tears? Because, like, yeah, that was Jackson. That was basically just like, hey, Indians. Shoo shoo. And then they died in the process. The Indians did. Not good. Number 6, Richard Nixon. Ah, yes, everyone's favorite. The I'm not a crook dude. Was threatened with impeachment, and then promptly was like, yeah, no, and just resigned. The only reason why it's not higher or lower on the list, is it higher or lower? I don't know. The only reason why he's not in the top 5 is because he did good, like, relations with the Soviets and communist China and all that stuff, you know, with this whole détente, things I say it. Good for him for not starting World War III, you know. I like to give credit where credit's due. You didn't start World War III. Good job. So yeah, he's not a crook. I was doing like the double peace sign thing he does. Anyway. Doesn't really work because I was zoomed in, the camera is. Yeah, number 5. I just realized I'm only 4 minutes in and we're halfway through the list. I'm zooming through these. Number 5, the other Bush, W. Bush, that one. Yeah. Fun fact, this was the first president I was alive for. Yeah. So, have you heard of the World Trade Center / the Twin Towers? There's these 2 really big towers in New York. And then, there's these guys named Al-Qaeda, and they showed up and they just basically did some, like, Pearl Harbor style, like, kamikaze attacks. Like 8 months after the man became president, he was like, alright, that's it, we're going to war with Afghanistan. And so, went to war with Afghanistan, and Iraq, and Iran, Syria, and the rest of the Middle East. And then we just kind of never stopped. I mean, we stopped in Afghanistan, kind of. I mean, we pulled the troops out, but we're still bombing them, so... And that's why the Middle East hates us. Oh yeah, he also caused the Great Recession, which is one of the biggest economic recessions since the Great Depression. Good job. Just like his dad. Oh, I got all the son presidents in here. John Quincy Adams, George W. Bush, George and John, Moving on. Number 4. Andrew Johnson, first president to be impeached. Yay. So this was Abraham Lincoln's vice president, and funnily enough, he's almost on the exact opposite end of the list, as he's nearly my third least favorite. Lincoln was my third favorite, yeah. So your boy Johnson was Lincoln's vice president, and basically was the opposite of Lincoln, and tried to undo all this stuff that Lincoln did. Why were you vice president again? So basically, Lincoln got assassinated, and Johnson was like, alright, time to undo all the stuff he just did. And he just sucked, and then he got impeached. But naturally, impeachment doesn't do anything in this country, I swear. You impeach a president, and then they just are like, nah, and then they're not impeached anymore, and bada bing bada boom. Why do we keep trying this stuff? We've tried it like 5 times, it's never worked. Well, it kind of worked for Nixon. I guess because we threatened impeachment, and then he just resigned, so I guess that kind of counts. We just need to stop impeaching our presidents. It never works, alright? It worked with Nixon. That's once out of the 5 times we've tried it. Anyway, number 4, Herbert Hoover. So this guy kind of caused the Great Depression. That's not good. The only reason why it's not higher is because... And I went really back and forth between him being number 3 and number 4. But the reason why I put Johnson... like, above, is above the right word here? I don't know. The reason why I put Johnson number 4 is because at least Johnson didn't cause any serious crazy stuff to happen. He just tried it. Herbert Hoover caused the Great Depression. That's not good. He at least tried to stop it, but in his attempts to stop it, he made it worse. And we got a cool dam in Nevada from it. Thanks, Hoover. We got the Hoover Dam, and that's like the coolest thing he did. Number 2, Franklin Pierce, one of our youngest presidents, and also commonly regarded as our hottest president. Random, but yeah, whatever. 14th president, and he did a whole lot of nothing that was good, and a whole lot of stuff that was not good, and eked us oh so closer to the Civil War. Yippee-doo-dah-day. And then, well, at least he didn't cause the Civil War. That's the only reason he's number 2 and not number 1, is because he didn't cause the Civil War. Number 1, James Buchanan, the dude who caused the Civil War. James Buchanan, yeah, he caused the Civil War, let's admit it. During the election of 1860, while Buchanan was still in office, after Lincoln got elected, Civil War broke out. So yeah, Buchanan was in office when we got the Civil War. Also, something random. He might have been our first and only gay president. Random fun fact. It's just, well, it's not even really a fact, because it's like, we're speculating on that. The reason why people say it is because, like, he never had a wife or girlfriend or anything like that, or kids or anything. And he really liked dudes. Like, he liked being around dudes. And he didn't like being around women, so it's just suspected that he was gay. But unfortunately, there's, like, no records of him, like, actually, like, having sex with a guy. Or a girl. I don't know. That's just something to throw out there. He caused us a war, and he might have been gay. That's basically all there is to the dude. And, yeah, that's all of them, so let's go with the list real quick. So we got number 10, Henry Harrison, did nothing. That's why he's on the list. About near the bottom of the list. Top of the list? I don't know. Number 9. I'm pulling a Lyndon Johnson for last video, like I'm blanking on number 9. Number 9, John Quincy Adams. Wasn't the best president, but it wasn't completely awful, but then again, he probably shouldn't have even been president in the first place. president in the first place. Let me enunciate my words here properly. Number 8, H.W. Bush. Broke all of his promises and got us into a recession. Number 7, Jackson, the Trail of Tears. Just not being a good dude in general to the natives. Number 6, Richard Nixon. He was a crook. Watergate. This is the first time I mentioned Watergate in the video, but you all know Watergate, I'm assuming. Number 5, W. Bush. Got us into a ton of wars. Some of them unnecessary. And they just never stopped, and got us into another recession. One of the worst ones ever. Number 4, Andrew Johnson was basically just anti-Lincoln. But at least he didn't do anything really bad. He just tried it, and then was stopped by impeachment, so, yeah. Number 3, Herbert Hoover caused the Great Depression. Yeah, that's what all there's to say about the dude. Number 2, Franklin Pierce was hot, but did not do a good job at preventing civil war. And number 1, Buchanan was gay and also caused the Civil War. That not related, but they were both things. So yeah, that's my least favorite / wish list. So yeah, you see my least favorites and favorites, aka best and worst, in my opinion. Alright, just friendly reminder, this is my opinion. Alright. So you can leave a like and subscribe if you feel like it, or you can leave a comment down below. Again, if you have anything to say about it, or if you have your own top 10 list and want to criticize my top 10, you know. Yeah. Will I do other countries? Probably not. Maybe the UK, maybe Canada, but then again, Canada only has like 20 prime ministers, so like, it'd be like, oh yeah, it's number 10. Average guy to really good guy, and then for the best and for the worst, it's just like, oh yes, average guy to crap guy. It's like, oh yeah, just the middle of the list, just average dudes for all of them, but anyway. Yeah. If you like this, if you feel like it, leave a comment down below if you have anything to say about it, or have your own list, or criticize my list, or anything like that. You can also find me on Instagram at RealX5, and until next time, I'll see you later, buddy. Bye-bye.